What's going on, guys? Back at you next episode of Fantasy Headliners.
Yep.
Wanted to get the one out pretty quick. Got some information. We got a quick show for today. We want to get out some names for some people that need to start targeting. We wanted to release it before the season starts, before these guys have a chance to to play a game or two. So got some guys you need to target off of waivers and some players you need to try to trade for. Most of these players probably are already owned, with the exception of the guys on the waiver wire, trade targets I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But do what you can, see what you have on your roster, make some moves, and go after these guys.
Yeah.
These could be league winners.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys.
And you want to get them as cheap as you can get them.
Yeah. It's some of these situations where, especially now at the beginning of the season, you want to be able to get in it and get them before they blow up. Mm-hmm. One guy in particular that is really high on the list for me is Kenan Allen. Dealing with the injuries and things that he's had.
He looks healthy.
Hey, he looks great.
He looked healthy in preseason.
Dude, did you see in I think it was OTAs when he tackled that guy? He did like a Goldberg spear. I mean, yeah. So
he's feeling good.
He's feeling pretty spry.
He needs to lay off the spears.
Yeah.
We need him to catch some passes.
We need to catch some balls. But yeah, Kenan Allen, man, is a guy. I think he has a potential to be a top 5 wide receiver this year.
Especially in PPR.
Oh man, PPR monster.
Actually, probably more so PPR. He's still got value in standard, just not as high.
Right. Yeah, because what happened, Melvin there and stuff like that. As far as red zone targets, I don't know for sure if he'll get as many. But yeah, definitely PPR. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said, with his value being so low ADP wise, he's a guy, I think you should target. But like I said, you need to do it pretty quick because, heck, as far as that first game might be, I know a lot of people thinking, because he's playing against, Denver. So this might be the prime opportunity to get him, mm-hmm. even if he, maybe if he has kind of a subpar game, mm-hmm. Then you could, throw out a trade and try to get him.
Yeah, try to get him now.
Yeah.
If you can't get him, hope and pray that week 1 he lays a goose egg or 1 point, and then the owner's going to be like,
right,
maybe I'm right, and then test the waters again.
Yeah.
Send it again.
Yeah.
Just keep on trying, see what you got on your roster. Don't, sell the farm for Kenan Allen.
Right.
But if you got something that can make it work in a section where you're deep at, try it.
Especially if it's a owner who has Kenan Allen and they may be weak at tight end or running back or something, mm-hmm. and you got a bunch of studs on your squad, and just shoot them a nugget.
Pop them a nugget.
That's
right.
Next guy on the list that I like, that I think is going to be pretty explosive this year is Doug Baldwin. Mm-hmm. He's not a so-called sexy name, you know what I mean? But he does it every year, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's really consistent. And the key for me, the reason why I think he's going to do exceptionally well is because Russell's healthy.
Mm-hmm. Russell's healthy, and they can't run.
No.
They're going to have to throw the ball this year.
Exactly. And, that the combination of the two, man, he looks for him. Of course, he does like Jimmy Graham, and I think Tyler Lockett's another guy that's going to be pretty sneaky this
if he
year.
can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like that kid, man. Mm-hmm. He's a well-rounded guy, man. Real good.
Paul
dude.
Richardson too.
Yeah,
remember the name Paul Richardson.
Yeah,
that's somebody you need to keep an eye on. Not right now. He's not, unless you're in a really deep league. Mm-hmm. He's not eligible or worthy of a roster spot. But
no.
He could be very quickly.
Because I think they were talking about trading Curse.
Mm-hmm. He just came out there talking about trading Jermaine Curse. So if that's the case, Paul Richardson.
Definitely. Keep an eye out. But again, Doug Baldwin, I really like his talent. And I think, like I said, they're going to be throwing the ball quite a lot. And he's Russell's favorite target. So if you can try to. And again, like I said, he's not that sexy name. So you'll probably be able to get him. Not really cheap.
You'll have to give more for him than you did for Kenan.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, just because his ADP is higher, so you're going to have to throw something of some value in there.
Yeah.
Or a 2-for-1, something like that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of depth. I mean, and it depends what your league mates have. If they need a quarterback and you got a stud quarterback.
Right.
And there's somebody on the waiver wire that's available. We just had a question on Twitter not that long ago about, I'm looking to trade Cam for Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
in a 2-quarterback league, and I was like, well, heck, if you got Palmer or Wentz or somebody else on the waiver wire, Andy Dalton, that's available, heck yeah, trade Cam Newton, get Kareem Hunt, bolster your running back squad, and then go pick up one of those guys off waivers.
Yeah.
And that's the same type of thing. I mean, if you got somebody that you're not in love with at quarterback, but was a high ADP for you, I mean, heck, if you got Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna throw this scenario out there right now because it's a scenario that I'm that I use.
Right,
dropping some some of my secret information here. Get a stud quarterback if you do end up with a stud quarterback.
Yeah.
And there are people that are available on the waivers. Take that guy, turn him into an RB1 or a wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
When teams are hurting for quarterback, there's lots of leagues. There's players in there that go off name value alone.
Oh yeah.
They're not looking at strength of schedule and who's the next matchup, and they see Aaron Rodgers and they're like, I want that.
Yeah.
Sell them on it. See if you can get something. If their quarterback goes down and they don't want Carson Palmer,
right?
But they're willing to give up something, of some substantial value.
Yeah.
Do it. Pick up somebody off waivers, and it's like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Andy Dalton or Carson Palmer is Aaron Rodgers.
No.
But the point difference is not. It's not huge.
Exactly. It's not enough to really, see the difference. Again, like I said, I use this example a lot. Talking about Kirk Cousins.
Say that 3 times fast.
Exactly. Wow. But he only finished just a few points behind Aaron this past year, and you can get him in later rounds. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. Next guy on the list is Mr. Christian McCaffrey. He's
this one you need to get before week 1.
Yeah, you better do it because he's going to explode, man. Especially in the PPR league, if you can kind of maybe come together and get some type of package to try to get this guy. I can't really see him being a red zone monster, but I mean, just the receptions alone.
I can see him breaking some big runs and receptions though. 4 touchdowns.
Right.
He's not going to be the goal line guy. He's not going to get a bunch of touches in the red zone, but he'll have a lot of touches to get them to the red zone.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, he's a guy. Like I said, he's gonna. The flow is gonna be where again, Jonathan Stewart is gonna be the goal line guy. Maybe Cam a few times, but they're trying to keep him healthy.
I know what you're talking about.
I was gonna get you, but I'm leaving you alone.
I know.
But it's late. We're recording late.
That's right.
This is what we do for you guys,
what we do.
Man. This is dedication.
That's right.
But Christian, if he's out there, you know what I mean, and the owner of him, just try to throw something at him because he's gonna be a monster.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sweeten the pot a little bit for that one too.
Especially if it's a Carolina fan.
Yeah, if a Carolina fan owns Christian McCaffrey, you might be in
trouble.
Yeah, you may be out of luck.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Next guy I like is Ameer Abdullah.
I like me some Ameer Abdullah.
Man, I'm telling you, Ameer, he was good last year.
For like a game or 2.
Yeah. Then he was like, hey, I think I'll take a break.
That's right.
I'm
gonna sit this one out.
Yeah. I'll let you guys go ahead and take care of this. But he looks healthy this year. That offense is stacked.
Yep.
And I know it's kind of hard to say, okay, the Lions and the offense stacked, but they are.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, man. These guys, they've got some talent. Matthew Stafford just signed that huge deal.
Huge.
Hey. So it's almost like, he's got to put up, shut up.
I kind of liked it more when he hadn't signed it because then he was playing for the money.
Right.
But hopefully now he's grateful for it and he'll earn it.
Well, yeah. I think that could be the case. He could be like, well, look, all right, these guys have this faith in me, so.
Just keep on rolling with it.
Hey, dog.
There it is.
See?
That's right. Why does mine never do that?
I don't know, man. I think it's just all of this fantasy knowledge that
you're like exuding some type of electromagnetic
I think
field.
Exactly.
Something.
My powers are strong, man. My fantasy powers are strong.
It's like dimming the lights up in here.
Hey, this is all. This
it's like a Marvel movie up in here.
Exactly. We could be X-Men. You know what I mean?
I'd rather be the Avengers.
Yeah, okay. I can get
Anyway, different show.
Yeah,
But no, Ameer Abdullah.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is the thing with him. He's kind of like Kenan Allen. First week, he's got a tough matchup. He's got the Cardinals the first matchup. So try now. If you can't, he may struggle against Arizona. Don't hop off that bandwagon.
Right.
Just be ready. Tuesday, send another dang trade request. Try to get Ameer Abdullah again, especially if he has a bad game.
Yeah.
If he comes out and has a huge game against the Cardinals, you can try it, but it may be too late.
It might be too late. And that's why, we're saying that if you can try to do these things before the season starts, because like I said, certain people, if they're at a low value or you draft them at a low ADP and that they're going to have bounce back seasons, you need to get them before they start to show that.
Yep.
And Ameer is one of those guys.
Yep.
Last on my list, man, is Corey Coleman.
And I like this one. And I like it more after week 3 of the preseason. Mm-hmm. And when Deshaun Kaiser actually got the job in Cleveland, they had a few plays where they looked amazing. Yes. And now I don't know if the word amazing in Cleveland has ever been in the same sentence before.
No.
But there was that one play. I mean, Kaiser, the pocket collapsed and he scrambled and threw a beautiful lob in there to Coleman. I mean, he pinpoint accuracy. Coleman laid out for it.
Yeah.
That could be a deadly combination this year.
Yes.
And he's one of the few guys who's on the Browns who has value.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of going to work in the people's favor for trying to go get him because everybody's like, man, he plays for the Browns.
Right.
And they're not too high on him, but this is somebody who's wide receiver 3, 4, probably low 3, high 4 right now. Mm-hmm. But potential-wise, I mean, Corey Coleman had a few huge games last year before he broke his hand. He's more than capable, and Kaiser is a bajillion times better than Brock Osweiler.
Oh, yeah.
As a rookie, and he's only going to get better. And Coleman is definitely somebody you guys need to go out and try to target.
Yeah. I mean, he's got all the talent in the world. And, like I said, they got Kenny Britt there. It's a few weapons around him, but Corey stands out to me. Mm-hmm. And I think that they've shown that they've got a good rapport. So, again, try to get him early. And if somebody has him, especially in some of your regular home leagues, maybe your inexperienced league mates might not really know what they have. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They may have gotten him because he was the next guy on the list.
Yeah, he was just the next guy to draft, so they said, okay.
All right, we'll get him.
Take your wide receiver 4.
Yeah.
Take somebody you got with a name, maybe. They may have the name, but they're not going to do much.
Yep.
Throw it out there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you got Adam Thielen, then you was like, okay, well, I'll trade you Adam Thielen for Corey Coleman.
Yeah, on paper, it sounds fair.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be. Nah. You were going to dominate that in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Indeed.
Absolutely. Definitely need to target Corey Coleman. There's a few guys, too, that are on waivers. We went through multiple sites here, and all these guys have less than 30% ownership. Mm-hmm. And that was 30-3-0, which means they're available in a lot of leagues.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives you some of the freedom to do some of these moves that we're talking about. Mm-hmm. These guys, if they're available, may fill some of the holes that you have to trade away in order to get some of these guys. Mm-hmm. First one up there, quarterback Carson Palmer. Yeah. I mean, he's less than 30% owned.
Man.
And they're going to throw the ball a ton. Yes, I know that they're also going to run a lot with David Johnson, but I don't – how do I want to say this? I know they want David Johnson to get 1,000 and 1,000 rushing receiving. I don't think they're going to be as dedicated to the receiving as they are to the rushing.
Right.
I think the rushing is more important to them because they want to be able to open up the passing game.
Yeah.
I think that in order for Johnson to get that number receiving, he's going to have to bust a lot of big plays throughout the year, which hit or miss. If it doesn't happen, he's going to have the same season as last year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would be absolutely fine if my running back had 1,100 yards and 700 yards. I mean, that's still huge.
Yeah.
But they're going to throw the ball, and they got a ton of speedy receivers.
Yeah.
None of them are ever healthy at the same time.
Right.
But they got him. I mean, they got both Browns, J.J. Nelson, Larry Fitz legend.
The great Fitz.
That's right.
Gerald.
I mean, that dude is getting older and getting better. He's not better. I think what happened with Larry, I think he would be is it worth saying that had he had a decent quarterback his whole career, he'd be number 2 all time?
Yeah, that's fair to say.
I mean, stat-wise, yes, but a lot of people write off Larry.
Well,
and it's because of his age.
It's because of his age.
He's led the league in receptions the last 2 years.
Yeah, right. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I think this year, man, what was his ADP? It was sixth round,
maybe? 5th or 6th round.
Yeah.
Right around the 5th.
And you look at the scoring leaders. I mean, he was like top 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Larry is consistent.
Yep.
I like Larry, man. I really do.
He's like an anchor for your team.
Yeah.
He allows you to make a few moves just because he's just so consistent.
What I really like about him this year is potentially it could be his last, maybe even his and Palmer's. So
they're going to just go crazy.
Go out with a bang.
And a lot of people out there say, Fitz wears throughout the season. Mm-hmm. Fitz doesn't wear throughout the season. Are you telling me that dude is not in, world class shape? Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, man.
He's not wearing down. It's just defenses start paying more and more and more. It's like everybody just forgets about Fitzgerald. They moved him into the slot last year. Everybody's like, oh, well, they moved him there because he lost a step. No. It's just what was better for the team, and it worked beautiful with Arians. So,
and I think the good thing about it, just like you mentioned before, having all these other guys stay healthy, it's going to help Larry out tremendously. Yep. DJ's going to do his thing, but then if you got JJ and Smoke, staying healthy and out there catching balls, man. And what's that kid, that rookie they got? Oh, gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I keep thinking of Logan as the running back. But
yeah, well, we'll have it up here.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that guy right there. That's just really going to allow a lot of freedom, for Fitz, man. So, I like him a lot.
Yep. Target Carson Palmer if you need a quarterback.
Yes.
Next one's going to running back, Char West. Now, 2 weeks ago, dude was in jeopardy of not even making the team.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, he's back up in Kansas City, which has value anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. They're going to use multiple running backs. Andy Reid will use multiple running backs. I don't care if he had Barry Sanders as his number 1. He's still going to use that number 2 guy here and there.
Oh, yeah.
It's always happened. Jamal Charles, Spencer Ware, it didn't matter. Whoever was behind him got 8 to 10 carries a game.
Yeah.
It's always happened. So now that you got Kareem Hunt, a lot of buzz about Kareem Hunt. Yeah. Lots of buzz. Dude has never played a regular season NFL game yet.
Right.
Not saying he's not going to be great. He could be. Yeah. He could be this year's Rookie of the Year. You never know.
Right.
But if you have a roster spot or you have somebody down there that isn't anything, if you got some rookie that you're just hoping for, pick up Char West.
Oh, yeah.
If Hunt goes down, he's a minimum RB2, high-end RB2.
Right.
Minimum.
Right. Yeah.
And he's just sitting there. If you have the spot, obviously you're not going to drop somebody who's producing right now for him, but he's somebody you got to look at.
Oh, yeah. And then, that's, the Andy Reid system. Kansas City alone, you have a couple of systems out there that you can plug and play anybody, and they'll be successful. I think the Patriots are one of them. Steelers definitely. KC, probably the Titans. You know what I mean? They have the philosophy: run first and run often. So definitely pick up Shakandrick if you can. And just, like I said, stash him away. You know what I mean? And just see what happens.
He's kind of one of those backups that has some standalone value. He's nowhere near the other guys, but and I saw something up on Twitter earlier that, he's not worthy of being even owned right now. Well, you're right. He's not going to go out and get you double digits every week, but that potential is there. And like you said, with those teams you listed, those are the only handcuffs I really consider having.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter, when they will be an low-end RB1, high-end RB2.
Right.
So you definitely got to focus on Char West. Another one's Jeremy Hill.
Yeah. Man.
I mean, obviously that backfield we've talked about numerous times is you don't know who it's going to be.
No.
Hill, Bernard, Mixon. Jeremy Hill is available. And, I mean, the dude is a touchdown monster.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's all he does is score touchdowns.
That's it.
Well, he fumbles a lot.
Well, yeah. But again, like you said, I mean, if you look back the past few years, he's going to get you on an average 9 touchdowns at least. You know what I mean? So, and as it stands, he on the depth chart, he's still number 1. Yeah, I get it. I like Mixon. You know, I've liked him, you know, in college and everything, him and Samaje. But he's that shiny new toy. You know what I'm saying?
He's still got to prove himself, too.
Still got to prove it. Just like, you know, Kareem Hunt, when we talked about previously, these rookies, you know, they do well in preseason and all of that. But they still got to prove it.
Yep. That was yours.
Oh, dang. My bad.
Blowing up.
I know it.
Blowing up mid-show.
Yeah, it's Sharkandrick, man.
That's Sharkandrick. He's just saying, hey, thanks for talking about
Thanks for giving me that shout-out.
Hey, all right, let's move on to the next one. Cooper Kupp. He's getting a lot of buzz everywhere. I don't know. He's not a sleeper. He's not. He's gimmicky, kind of, but I think for Jared Goff, he works.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is my first episode endorsing somebody from the Rams.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's hard for me. It's hard.
I wish I had
applause. I'm trying. I mean,
hey,
Cooper Kupp, though, he's a tiny, quick, he's like a Julian Edelman type player. You know, he's not going to run deep routes. He's going to get all the garbage down below, or he may break one now and then, but really quick, really consistent, great hands. PPR monster, possibly.
Yes.
I mean, I can see him getting 75 catches this year.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, he may not have a huge number of yards, but plug and play. Somebody gets hurt, you need somebody. Cooper Kupp's the guy.
Cooper Kupp is like that. You know that kid, what's that darn, Snoopy and them? The little boy has got the little blanket, walks around with it.
The Linus?
I think so.
I don't know.
He's Jared Goff's safety blanket. So when he gets in trouble, and I don't know where these analogies come from tonight, but like, it works. Right. But, I mean, when he gets in trouble, he's going to have to dump it off. And Cooper Kupp is that type. You know, it's been shown in the preseason and the OTAs, man. He's been there anytime Goff has gotten into trouble.
That's who he's looking for.
That's who he's looking for. So I like him.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp is definitely somebody to target.
Yeah.
One guy I think we talked about on episode 1, still available in a lot of leagues.
Yeah.
It's your boy. It's Kenny Golladay.
Kenny Golladay.
I mean, he had overwhelming buzz.
Yeah.
And then it kind of died off. But what people don't realize is he wasn't getting a whole lot of snaps either in preseason.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that's not going to translate into the season because he's still got to prove himself as a rookie. But he's one of those big body receivers that with the potential. And that is somebody, if I had room on my home team roster, I would be having Kenny Golladay if I had that luxury.
Yeah, right.
He is definitely somebody to watch out for. I mean, and after what happened with Michael Thomas last year, nobody wanted him at the beginning of the year. Oh, he's going to be great, and everybody kept dropping him and picking him up, and then all of a sudden,
boom.
Yeah, boom. He just exploded.
Yeah.
You know, and so now everybody's got that whole, what if this is the next Michael Thomas? Kenny Golladay has that potential.
He's got it. And the good part about it is, you know, you're looking at about 80 to 90 targets that are just floating around that Anquan left available. So they got to go somewhere.
Yep.
I mean,
Ebron can't stay healthy.
Exactly.
I like Ebron, but he just can't stay healthy.
Nah, he can't do it.
Golden Tate, he'll get his. I think he's averaging about 90 catches.
Yeah, he's going
to still get his.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get him.
Somebody's got to get him. And, you know, like you said, if you got the room to keep him, stash him away, wait, give it about 4 or 5 games. I think it's going to take him a few games to get involved into the offense. But once he does, man, is that a Jim Bob Cooter offense?
That is Jim Bob Cooter.
Hey, dog.
It just sounds like a pair of overalls.
It does.
Let's go on to tight ends. Somebody who's looked amazing in preseason. At the beginning of preseason, wasn't getting a whole lot of love just because of all the weapons in that offense.
Yeah.
Evan Engram, tight end for the Giants. He has been targeted a lot. He's been consistent. He's done everything they've asked him to do. The middle of that field is wide open for Evan Engram because everybody's focused on Odell, Marshall, Shepard. Nobody's looking. Apparently, nobody even knows Evan Ingram's out there.
Right.
Everybody's like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And they just let him run around and catch balls.
Yeah.
And he's not somebody – I mean, that tight end I think is deep enough now for most leagues where you don't need to own him right now.
Yeah.
But if the time comes where you have your tight end that gets hurt or has a bye week, perfect replacement.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, a lot of the talk has been, you know, they liken him into he's just like he's not really like a tight end. He's a wide receiver, basically, you know, but, you know, he's so fast, man. I mean, he's going to be he's going to be a great weapon, you know.
Yep.
So, again, I mean, somebody, you know, you want to keep an eye on, save a little fab budget just in case he comes up and starts going off. Yeah, I'd target him.
Yep. Other one I got is Julius Thomas. Somebody, like I said, again, who doesn't need to be probably owned yet, but another bye week injury replacement.
Yeah.
With Jay Cutler there, who used to feed Greg Olsen like crazy before Greg Olsen was a Panther.
Yeah.
I mean, he likes his tight ends.
Oh, yeah.
Cutler likes his tight ends. Julius Thomas produced before in Denver. Didn't get much of a chance in Jacksonville.
Right.
Because nobody knows how to throw the ball. But in Miami, he could easily get double-digit touchdowns.
Yeah, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, you know, Cutler has that background of featuring tight ends. So it'll come into play. Especially
with the issues in the news about Landry
being
investigated. What happens if something happens to Landry? Like that happened to Zeke. If it happens this year, if it gets held off till next year, if it is this year, it's another person where all those targets got to go somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Kenny Stills all of a sudden becomes totally legit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are some names you need to think about. And Julius Thomas, definitely one who could soak up a healthy amount of targets if he's healthy.
And then with Jay Ajayi running that ball, man. And
J-Train, baby.
Yeah, doing his thing.
I have hopped on the J-Train this year.
Hey, I'm going to get my ticket.
Got my season pass.
I
got my season pass to the J-Train.
Do you own him this year?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm all aboard the J-Train.
All aboard.
That's right. Any dude who can sit on the bench and drink pickle juice mid-game, got to be on my roster.
Dude, yeah, that's crazy.
That was back in college, but I never forgot that.
Yeah.
I remember watching Boise State, and I'm like, what's the dude on the sidelines doing?
Yeah.
Chugging a jar of pickle juice.
Hey.
But, hey, dude can run.
Yeah, he don't get cramps.
Yeah, he don't get no cramps.
I mean,
he just scores touchdowns.
Breath might be stinking, but he don't get no cramps.
He just runs through people over and over. All right, well, that's all we got for today. We want to get you guys this quick information out before the season started. Try to get you guys a little bit of a heads up on a few players. Get them while you can. Get them quickly.
Yeah.
Try to go after them. Make your roster a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
You know, these are. I'm not going to say none of these guys are, you know, league winners.
Right.
Or you have to absolutely have these guys. Don't oversell on them, obviously, but definitely guys who can help you produce and give you some flexibility.
Yes,
make sure you're following us on Twitter. Find us on Facebook. Emailing us on Gmail. We are very easy to get a hold with.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we'll answer anybody's question.
Hey, man.
I don't care if you got 3 followers on Twitter.
It doesn't matter.
I ain't going to be like some of those big name guys and just ignore you.
No.
I mean, I'm not going to name names, but I asked a big name guy a question the other day.
Yeah.
Never got a response. Crickets.
Yeah. Well, hey.
I mean, I know we're on our way up.
That's right.
I think we got like 1,200 followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
But we're trending up.
We coming for them.
That's right. They better start responding, or they're going to start losing their spot.
Hey.
But no, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate all the support.
Yes, indeed.
Send us anything you got. We'll take care of y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Peace.
Bye.